Hey guys, and welcome to World of Warships with Voulez-Vous. In today's replay I wanted to show you guys how I play the Tier 7 Premium Atlanta Cruiser when I'm not trying to demonstrate how to use a certain feature of the game. So I start the game on the southern side of the Land of Fire map, and I start on the slightly more disadvantageous side for me, which is the left side. It's more open. There's less cover, and Atlanta is really good for using terrain for shooting over islands because of its high shell arc. So here I'm slightly at a disadvantage. Second thing, this is a premium ship, so I can put any kind of a captain from American cruisers I want. So I put in a captain who has already got the advanced firing training perk. So my range is significantly bigger, and you have to trust me on this. With this perk, this is where the fun on the Atlanta starts. So as you can see, the CV has been very communicative, and he's providing scouting for my left flank, so I know that there's nothing there that I can expect. So now I'm pointing to the next destination of I would like to explore, and he seems to be sending his fighters that way as well. So I'm really speeding ahead of my fleet here, and I see that my fleet is kind of moving to the left, north-left. The other half of my team is sort of moving into those islands, but very slowly. They're not very eager to go in there because of those two destroyers. They might be trying to lay a trap there for them. So I'm moving to the center at full speed, and I'm prepared to shoot my left side. And I'm thinking maybe the Nagato might become a good target for me. The idea would be to use my high DPM to rain fire on it and set it on fire in multiple locations by adjusting the fire as it keeps falling on certain parts of the ship. And then once Nagato repairs, wait 20 seconds and repeat the process really quickly, and set the Nagato on fire for a longer time. But the enemy Cleveland shows up, and it's only 11 kilometers, and you have to give a lot of lead. Once you do master that initial lead dilemma, you will see that it's really rewarding to use on any sort of enemy. As you can see, this Cleveland is just melting away under my HE fire, and I'm positioning myself in a way that the island now protects me from the Cleveland's defenses. I see some aircraft incoming in my direction, so I'm mindful of that. I will be marking one of them in a second, and I'm using my AA suppressive fire just to disperse their aiming reticle. So that's the bombers gone now, the torpedo bombers incoming, and the suppressive fire is still active, so I'm quite successful in foiling their attack. And now I see 4 ships attacking me, and I need to turn away. There is no other way, so I'm waiting to see the shells incoming from all of them now, and I know that now is the best time to start a maneuver. It's the least risky one. It's still risky, but it's the least risky one. So again, just huge lead. You have to zoom out just to be able to fit your target in your scope. The lead is insane, and it's really hard to hit a target. But this Cleveland seems to be reversing, so he should be an easier one. It's just a pity that I'm just sailing out of my gun's range for this target, so I'm gonna have to leave it for later. And now I'm just waiting to disappear. The detected icon should go off any moment now, and it's gone. So now I can make a turn and start thinking about re-engaging into the battle. As you can see, this whole escapade cost me very little in terms of my HP pool. So I'm moving in, and I see that Omaha, and I instantly take it as my next target. It's going to be really easy And now I'm going to demonstrate again the use of the right mouse button while firing. So I'm making sure that I've got the right lead, and as soon as I know that the shells are actually hitting the target, I hit the right mouse button just for fun now, and I keep on firing and maneuvering now. I'm still having the same lead, and that's another salvo, and as you can see, the shells are hitting home. Slight adjustment. Now ripple fire, just for the fun of it. Still holding my right mouse button whenever I'm zoomed out. And that's the Omaha gone. Again, quick assessment, which way should I go now? Am I under fire from someone? I'm checking those two battleships here just to make sure that they're actually not trying to scope me out. But no, they seem to be occupied with somebody to the south. So I'm safe here. And just a quick glance this way, doesn't really look very promising at the moment. I wouldn't have done much cover, but this Nagato is slowly straying into my gun's range. So I'm thinking this is going to be perfect. The only issue here is that island right ahead of me. I need to be mindful of that, so I kinda need to turn in. And I was hoping to stay concealed a bit longer, but now that I'm detected, I open up and start adjusting my aim so I can actually hit particular parts of the ship with my fire, because it's completely possible that Atlanta is a very accurate ship. Just look at that, that dispersion isn't too great. So that's one fire already started. The Nagato is turning away, and the front guns are already pointing at me, and so he's firing, and I keep on maneuvering, going left to right to left, just making sure that I'm showing the slowest possible profile. I lose one of the turrets to the Nagato's fire, but that's completely normal in Atlanta. I had games before where I ended up having only one operational turret out of all of the ones that you start with, so yeah, just a feature, I suppose, of the Atlanta. So the Nagato's under fire from me, but I'm getting return fire from both of the battleships now. The idea is that I'm speeding ahead because I want to do a torpedo run on both of those battleships. So I'm picking the Nagato that is more behind, expecting him to be a bit more oblivious to my attempts. And the moment I launch those torpedoes, I make a right turn just to show my bow towards both the battleships. I want to present as little a target as possible. Second front turret is gone. I'm on fire and my rudder is damaged, but at least I'm turning to the right exactly as I planned to do anyway. My first two torpedoes land and I score 22,000 of damage and some flooding damage. And just before I get erased by the Nagato's guns, I managed to launch the last torpedo spread and do a little bit of a cinematic third-person perspective look at how he eats another two of my torpedoes. As you can see, his damage pool is still diminishing, which means that he's leaking. He cannot repair it, so I'm expecting to get some flooding damage at the post-game stats. So guys, I saved you the wait. My team turned out to be resourceful enough to win the battle without me. So for the first 8 minutes that I was active in the game, this is the result that I got. So there we go, 415,000, nearly 416, just over 5,000 experience, 154 shots on target and 4 torpedoes, 13 airplanes shot down, and I've managed to set ships on fire 4 times. Even though I was in the game only for 8 minutes, I still managed to end on top of the team list with 1700 of base experience. And moving on to the damage, as you can see, the Atlanta has got a huge damage dealing potential. 8 minutes and 34 seconds, and the total damage is 108,997. So guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please do give it a like down below. It definitely helps the channel out, motivates me to do more. Also definitely think about hitting the subscribe button at the top there. So for now, I say thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the open seas.